Okay, and we're recording again. I record my VODs locally because I don't trust Twitch, honestly. Apparently Twitch's VOD stuff is pretty good, but whatever. Minecraft! 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 We are in the craft zone. There we go. Minecraft! Let me get that set up. Actually, the server's... I took the server down earlier. Who the fuck is ever here? Who is Troyer? Wait, what? How did... Wait, what? Troyer, how the fuck did you get into the Peepo Gaming server? What? How did you... Huh? How did that happen? What? You're not supposed to be in there. How did the fuck did you get there? I mean, it's fine. It's not your fault, I guess. Because you got in there somehow, but... Are you actually there? What? Oh, wait a minute. Oh, there's been this... I see what happened. Sorry, Troy, I'm gonna get you... Oh, yeah, I'm sorry. I see what happened. I see what fucking happened. I see what happened. Give me a second. Yeah, that's a security risk. I didn't realize that did that. Hold on. I can fix that. Manage this. Disable integration. Yes. Okay. Sorry about that. I didn't realize that would do that exact thing. Whoops. That's the private server that I was talking about, that the Minecraft thing revolves around. I put that in there because my friends were stupid for a while and they weren't like joining my stream thing, so I was like, all right, fuck it, I'll just add it here so you assholes can have the emotes and stuff. So that happened. Whatever. Well, at least I caught that, because that could have been really bad. That could have been, like, really bad if, like, someone who wasn't, I don't know, someone who was more malicious figured that out. That would be really bad. Okay. I'm gonna boot. I'm still booting up Minecraft. Is this the version? I don't remember what version my server is running. Is it like 16.4? Yeah, it's 16.4. Yeah, I saw you on there and I'm like, which? The stream is crying? Is the stream having a moment? But yeah, that was really weird. It was lagging out. Oh yeah, let me know if it... Oh, that might be because the server was starting up. The server... I run the server locally. So if there's like a problem, then that'll happen. Let me just say... I'm waiting for stuff to boot up, so I might as well manage my private server a little bit. It's not on yet. Almost. All right. You might see Tormund's muzzle like flickers a little bit when he talks. That's something to do with like the shaders. I don't know exactly how I could fix that. The shaders interact with like the blend shapes in a really weird way. Let me check if any of the other Twitch subs accidentally ended on the private server. No. Okay, we're fine. We're fine. We're fine. Elsewhere. All right. I believe we're in. It's gonna be 900. Is it gonna capture full screen? There it is. Tormund is a spooky ghost now. Yeah. Real crying shame about that. All right. Oh yeah. Oh my. Oh god. The FPS. We're gonna have a little bit of a fucky wucky with this. I'll move the chat so it's not touching the UI and stuff. Let me turn up sound stuff because all this is like off. Okay. Yeah, because okay, so what happened there was wait, what? Where's my sprint button? Oh. My sprint button not bound. Sorry, my controls keep getting fucked up. Sprint. Oh yeah, that's not correct. Let's do that. Okay. All right, cool. So this is my sort of private building area, but I don't want to like. I guess we can check this out first, but. I have a lot of. I am one of those. The kind of Minecraft player I am. Let me make sure the Twitch information correct is. So the kind of Minecraft player I am, I tend to build a lot of like technical stuff. So you're gonna see a lot of that here. That's what this whole like island is about. Additionally, oh yeah. So the server thing, yeah, I have Twitch integration on the public server that I have linked here on this channel and also on the private one. And I guess that means that it has a Twitch creates a backdoor into your server that lets people automatically connect to it. I don't remember if I finished that thought or not. So every building here on this island serves a different purpose. And each contains within it its own like farm. So we have an iron farm over there, which is mostly operating correctly. Although it's a few versions out of date and it needs to get cleaned up. Then we've got a Guardian farm over there for XP and Prismarine stuff. And we got a pumpkin and melon farm here. This is kelp. This is paper. And this is cactus. So, let's see. Which one of these should we go to first? I guess the iron one, you don't really need to see it. It's just an empty tower and a little, like, kill trap for iron golems. That's about it. The kelp farm is really simple. This one's actually a really shitty farm. When the server eventually gets reset for the new update, I'm going to try to make a way better kelp farm than this thing. Because it's not very good, right? Like, this output is, like, really shitty for what it is. But we're not too worried about that. Other than that, oh yeah, there's that. This is technically my base that I never. This is my base that I never use. It's all underwater. I wanted to make a fishbowl base, so I did, and then I don't use it. Yep, that's my fault. So this is the cactus farm. This one, this building is very interesting. I tried to do like cool architecture stuff. Let me see if I can fucking, I don't know. Where's the Minecraft music? I need to put music on. Hold on. It's fucking dead silent right now. This sucks. I need to summon some fucking ambient music. Dark Souls. Give me some Dark Souls ambient stuff. Yeah, that's not ambient. Okay. Okay, I will do this one. Okay, some of this is fucking battle music, but whatever. Who cares? Okay. Yeah. This one isn't really finished. This farm right here. But it's this big fucking thing, and it outputs cactus, and it has an overflow that creates bone meal, which is relatively useful. You can see up here the actual cactus farm itself. And if you know anything about Minecraft, you might not know how this works still, but this is a whole fucking operation. It's this, like, magic geometry shit that makes it so the cactus will grow, and then it will immediately, then at the moment after it's grown, it will go, oh shit, I'm not supposed to be alive, and then it'll break, and then it drops it down here automatically. And that's how you produce cactus. You can see all this. I have a lot of cactus. Some would say I have too much. And here's an XP bank. So the reason you want cactus is because you can use it to make green dye. Green dye is not that useful. But there's a funny little quirk with furnaces. You might notice that a lot of the stuff is automated with hoppers, but the furnaces are standing alone. The reason for that is because whenever you smelt an item in Minecraft, you gain experience points for it. So what this does is you can essentially bank XP. So this is like a big fucking XP capacitor, XP bank thing, where it stores potential energy with these furnaces. So if you're level 0 and you take all of the green dye out of all of these furnaces, it will level you up well past level 30. The trick is it takes a while for it to build up, so it's really just here if you need an immediate burst. I think when we do this map reset, I'm going to want to make a much better version of this farm. One that's like fully automated. Get some hopper mine carts involved, that kind of shit. Anyway, whoops. Alright. Other than that, we've got this. So, the cactus farm and the kelp farm and the iron farm were all designs that I got, like, online. So levels, you need levels to enchant stuff, which is how you make, like, end-game gear and mid-game gear and that kind of stuff. Things that make, you know, it's gear, right? You mine faster, you do more damage, you take less damage, yada, 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 that kind of stuff. Some of them have more specific utility, like silk touch and mending and stuff. All that kind of thing, you know? And you need to be at level 30 in order to get the highest tier of enchantments. And when you enchant something, it subtracts 3 levels from your total. It's a whole thing. Either way, it's important. So, this farm, and that farm, as well as the Guardian farm over there, those beams, were based on designs I got online. So stuff that, like, I was basically just copying a blueprint that I found. Now, this farm, and this farm, as well as, one other one, I think. That's not here. But these 2 farms I designed completely all by myself from the ground up, which was a lot of fun. Like, it's really nice to have, like, the Guardian farm, which we'll see in a minute. The Guardian farm is, like, perfect. If you have a server that has, like, more than 3 people playing on it and you want an XP farm, the Guardian farm is, like, perfect. It's so fucking good. But this little farm here is for paper. It outputs sugarcane, and then I craft the sugarcane into paper. I use paper for trading. I trade it to villagers to get emeralds. That's typically what I'm using paper for. So, like, wow, look at this farm, right? It's a room, and there's a chest that sugarcane appears in magically. Man, how does that happen? That's so weird how it just kind of appears there out of nowhere. Well, the actual farm itself is underneath this building. Over here. I built a little entrance to it. This used to just be, like, open. and I eventually kind of like prettied up the outside. So this is the actual guts of the sugarcane farm. And it's kind of hard to tell what's going on just by looking at it from the outside. I have intimate knowledge of every block here because I built it by hand, but let's see if I can explain this properly. I've explained it to my friends a lot, so I'm a bit well practiced. So first, where is the sugarcane? So the sugarcane is all right here. All right here. This is all like, this is where the sugarcane grows. We have it placed on grass here. There's water in the middle here, which allows sugarcane to grow in the first place. And it grows up, and whenever it hits this top one here, these things are called observers. I would pull up the debug to show you the name, but you don't know where the names are in the debug, so that's not really going to help you guys. But so what happens is, whenever something changes in the block space in front of an observer, so like right below this like light block and right above this thing, right here, whenever something enters its space, it will send out a redstone signal. So these guys are set up so that they send their signal out to these red lines of redstone right here. So when that happens, this redstone powers the block that it's sitting on, which is touching this block right here, which is touching these things, and these are pistons. And the piston pushes the sugarcane. So when the piston pushes the sugarcane doesn't slide at all. It just breaks and stops existing. So then the 1 and 2 sugarcane right here, on this fully grown one, when this grows and triggers it, will get popped off and it'll land on the grass below. So this redstone pulse has a second function. So it runs up here and it enters this line, which runs perpendicular to all of the pistons. And so what this does is it sends a signal down this little staircase and over to this minecart. This minecart has a hopper on it, which means it can collect items from the grass blocks. So the minecart travels underneath the grass blocks, and the hopper inside of it has a special quality that allows it to vacuum items up, even if it's through one block above it. So when this thing runs along, back and forth, it picks up all the sugarcane, stores it inside the minecart. And then when it hits the end, it'll come all the way back around and come back to rest at its little station. And when it does that, it deposits its contents into the hopper that it rests upon. And that hopper deposits it into this chest, which goes into this hopper, which goes into this dropper. So the dropper is special because it sends the sugarcane up. This is like a pipe. Think of this like a pipe, where these droppers feed the items into each other vertically upwards until it reaches this chest. So the way this one works, this one is actually, I think this part is one of the more impressive things about this build. It's the thing I'm like really happy with. And I'm definitely going to be using this thing for a lot of stuff. So the way this works is, this dropper receives items. If we assume that this line exists in a vacuum with nothing else interacting with it, the items will fill this dropper until they overflow. So what do we do about that to make them go somewhere? Well, when a dropper receives a redstone signal, like over here, there's a redstone signal here. When it receives a pulse, it will drop its item into the inventory of the block that it's facing, in which case these are facing upwards. So when this receives a redstone signal, it will go plop, and it'll plop it into here. But then the question is, how do we power this? And the trick is you make this little like vertical stepladder thing, but that's not important yet. We need to know, how does the machine know that it needs to apply the redstone signal without always, like, the way you could do this is you could set up a clock that's constantly like tick, 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 ticking this, so it's always dropping even if it has nothing in its inventory. But that makes a lot of noise and it lags the server, and there's a chance that it'll break if you unload the area while it's active. So, as a little safety measure here, we have this object. This redstone component is called a comparator. Comparators read, it reads the block state of the object that it's facing. So in this case, this wide part is facing into the dropper here, And so what this does is it sends a redstone signal based on how many items are inside the dropper. So when one item is inside the dropper, this will send a redstone value of 1. I don't think it's exactly that, but for our purposes, it might as well be. So it flips from a 0 to a 1, and then it turns on. And then it activates this OR switch. An OR switch just inverts the signal. So it sends the signal through here and over to here. These two hoppers, you'll notice, has a piece of sand in it. And these hoppers are fed into each other, right? This hopper is feeding into the hopper on the left, and the hopper on the left is feeding into the hopper on the right. So what happens here is they will be caught in an infinite loop, passing this block of sand back and forth between each other. But when you power a hopper with a redstone signal, the hopper won't deposit its item. So the consequence of this is you can turn it off by powering it. So when this gets an item inside of it, and this turns on, it turns this off, which in turn lets the hopper pass its item back and forth. I'm a fucking redstone gamer. You're right. Welcome to the redstone zone. So, that's cool, but why does this, what does this do? Passing this block back and forth. Well, what we do is we do the same thing we did for the dropper to detect when an item needs to be moved in the first place. We have another comparator here that's performing the exact same function, right? Oh, this is comp sci. These are OR switches, NOR switches, blah, 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 flip-flops, all that kind of shit, yeah. And yes, Minecraft Redstone translates to computer science. I can say that from experience. It absolutely does. You just need to learn the language again. So this powers this right here. And this is a series of vertical OR switches, essentially, where it's redstone torches that are flipping each other on and off, like vertically, basically. And so what happens is this will like allow this to activate, and this will send a pulse every single time the sand enters this hopper. This will turn on. So it'll turn on and then off and then on and off. And this becomes our clock. And so this will tick, 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 tick these guys like a big neon sign. And this powers on, powers off, powers on, powers off, power, 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 all the way up, 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 up until it reaches this chest. And this is the output. And that's the whole goddamn machine right there. There's some vestigial parts here from when I first built it. Like there's this rail line here, which doesn't actually do anything. It's just kind of here, as well as a rail line under here. So you can tell by how carved up this area is that I was doing a lot of experimenting when I made this. Because I did make this entire thing from scratch without any outside help or blueprints borrowed online. So it's not the most efficient farm of its kind. Far, far from it. But it is absolutely an original design. And I'm very happy with it still. And then I made a nice little building for it to sit inside of, which reminds me of a yacht club for some reason. Why? Because. Anyway. Also, I'm the server admin. I'm allowed to go into spectator mode if I need to. Don't tell my players that. So the other building, this one's much more recent. This is actually quite a simple build. The real fun part was making the building around it more than anything. This follows some of the same principles. You can see the carts doing the same thing that they do over at the sugarcane farm. Yeah. I mean, I do events where, like, you know, I play Game Master, so it's not that weird that I would just do spectator mode for the sake of a demonstration. I don't cheat, by the way. Like, I have access to, I could just go into creative mode, but I don't cheat. That's not fun for me. I have a strict don't fucking cheat. Well, it's not strict because no one can really cheat anyway, but you know. I do have some custom crafting recipes in the server, like for this stuff. So I have purple, like all the like concrete, terracotta, and wool blocks can be made from wool. You can make the concrete and the terracotta from wool. Just because I think the process of getting terracotta and concrete is kind of bullshit, and it really limits your capabilities of building stuff. Because it makes those blocks kind of hard to craft and acquire. Like, concrete's annoying to craft, and terracotta's annoying to acquire. IMO. So yeah, this one's really simple. It's just a bunch of melon stems. They're all here. They grow onto the grass right here. They get pushed by a piston. So these observers, you'll notice there's always a block here. Because the observers don't just detect when something is there, they detect when something that is there changes. So when the melon grows, the stem takes on a new form where it's bent. And that is detected by these observers. And then they power this and they go bing, and they knock the melon or the pumpkins off of their stems, which turns them into items. And then a minecart can come along and pick them up. Sometimes it misses, though. But that's an acceptable loss. It happens. And it's same exact thing over here. They're mirrored. They're the same machine. They just produce different products. The real cool thing was building the building around it. I had a lot of fun with this. I tried to like make interesting shapes. Like it's got support beams and stuff. All kinds of things. I was going for like a crab trap kind of vibe. Because this is a vaguely nautical themed island because of the prismarine that it's made out of. So that's why this looks like the Krusty Krab, because it does look like the Krusty Krab. And I really wanted to go for like the glass window aesthetic, because I built the fucking cactus farm, and god damn it, I was going to use the green dye to make the fucking windows. And this is a garbage chest. Yeah. What else? There's the base up there. Let's go check out the Guardian farm, because I really like it. So one of my design principles that I try to adhere to, especially with these kinds of builds, are, you'll notice in the actual like user end. Hey, Lurkin's fucking sweet. Thank you for watching. No matter what way you watch. So you'll notice all of these builds on the user end, quote unquote, the forward-facing part of the buildings, do not have any torches in them whatsoever. There's no torches anywhere here. And it's the same in all of these buildings. Except for this one, there's parts underneath that have torches because I never finished the interior part of the farm. So one of my favorite kind of things to do with a build in this game is, once I'm like done kind of making the shape, it's optimizing the lights so that everything is like at the proper light level, so that stuff doesn't spawn. So like 8, this is as dark as it could get, because if it gets to 7, that means monsters can spawn in your building. You don't want that. Let's go check out the Guardian Farm, because the Guardian Farm is one huge enclosed structure. Here's the map, by the way, of my island. It's one huge enclosed structure, and there's not a single torch inside of it. This single build took me months. Doing this by yourself, doing a build of this caliber by yourself, is fucking ridiculous. Yeah, making a forest base, oh my god. Like, I'm not very good at, like, building and, like, aesthetics and stuff like that. Oh, I'm hungry. I'm not really good at, like, aesthetic building, especially with like natural structures. So I think I might want to try, you know, when I'm generating the new map, I want to try getting like a forested area as like a starting spot and try to like integrate that into my builds a bit more. Because a lot of my stuff is like, where's a big fucking empty spot? So this bridge, by the way, runs through a shipwreck. There's a ship that landed on top of it. All right, so this is a Guardian farm. So this will get you 30 levels of experience points in like 2 minutes or something. It's like crazy. you can turn it on by dispensing water buckets. We're not going to bother turning it on because you get the idea. The Guardians will build up here, and once enough build up, you take out your sword and you whack. You whack. You get them, and then you get oodles of XP. So there's a basement here. So these guys, so if you don't know about Guardians and Prismarine in Minecraft, the way you get all this green, this like sea green and blue like blocks that this whole place is made out of is Prismarine. And Prismarine can only be acquired by killing these Guardians. They drop shards and crystals, which you can see in here. Shards and crystals. And then you craft those into the various building blocks. I have had to kill so many fucking Guardians. Let's actually see. Hold on. Objectives, set display, sidebar, Guardian kills. I have killed 29,430 Guardians. $29,430 Guardians. Yes. Okay, to be fair, the Guardians already live in a building that's made out of Guardians. So now, Guardians, you might be wondering, how do you make a farm for these guys? Is there a spawner? Kind of like how you do with like skeletons and zombies and stuff? Well, that's just it. Guardians only spawn inside of ocean monuments, which are these underwater temples. So the way you make this is by carving out the entire center of one of these temples. This is the farm itself. Notice how my frames fucking die when I get in here. Hold on, let me, effect, give, then, night vision, 99, 1, true. There you go. Oh god, it hurts my eyes. By the way, say goodbye to the bitrate. Sorry, stream, the bitrate's gonna be bad while we're here. So the Guardians spawn, they're set to spawn inside the limits of this building. You can see a lot of them right here who are outside of the farm's catch area. So the way this works is they spawn inside this, and this is soul sand. When soul sand is exposed to water blocks, it will create upward streams of bubbles that are really powerful and kind of impossible to escape unless you're on the very, very edge like some of these guys. So the way this works is they go up, 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 and it brings them into this. So you see this structure out here? This is essentially a huge set of water conveyor belts. So the way this operates is they go up until they hit this running water at the very top, and they are dragged along to the center where they are dragged down, down, down into this pipe right here. This pipe that leads down into the kill area, which is right in that location. And so the way this works is they get dropped in, and then there's a big lava blade right here. This is like 3 or 4, this is like 1, 2, 3 blocks of lava right here. And they drop, so they take a lot of damage, and then they drop, 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 and they land. So the way this is set up is they take about enough damage from the lava that they have 1 point of health left. So they're guaranteed to be killed by the fall damage. But you can put water at the bottom and they will not die. And you do that in order to accumulate enough of them that you can like get XP from them. It's really powerful. So yeah, I had to carve out this whole space. And you'll see I also drained all of the water out of it for the most part. There's a few gaps here and there, but I drained all the water out of the main structure, which is necessary. Like, it's one of those things where like, oh, you don't have to drain the water out of it because the water will fill in on its own. But like, you fight, like, no joke, no joke, like a good portion of the kills here, maybe like 10% of the kills in this like number are from specifically when I was building the farm, is where most of those kills came from. Well, not most, like 10% of those kills came from when I was building the farm itself. And you can see this thing's mostly underground, but here's a better view of how it looks. I am really satisfied with how the design of this user side spot looks, right? The way it's like perfectly sealed in. The pulsing is the night vision wearing off. The way everything is like perfectly sealed in, the lighting, it's like seamless. It's my optimal like underground type build. I really dig it. The one thing I dread in a new server is building this fucking farm all over again. That's gonna suck. Oh yeah. Well, if you think blazes are bad, just wait until you do that. Fuck. The thing about blazes, you can just drink like a fire resistance potion and you're fine. And you're fine. But fucking guardians, they literally have armor penetration. You have to wear a full set. A full set of protection 4 armor or you're fucked. You'll just die in one hit. And they tear the shit out of your armor too, so you have to like repair it constantly. Like, it's a nightmare. There's a reason it took me months to do it. Most of those months was like hollowing it out, because that was the hardest part. This is my second attempt, because I had a failed one where I decided that I wouldn't try to drain it before I started breaking it, and I had to like abandon it. I didn't get too far though. Well, actually I got relatively far, but whatever. So the other structure we have here is my base. This is one of the biggest, stupidest fucking things I've ever made. This is like easily one of the stupidest things I've ever made. Additionally, this is a recent addition. I have an underwater train system here. There used to not be a foot entrance into this base, but I have since added one. There's no access tunnel to the stairs right now, it's just exposed. I'll probably never finish that. So this is only, the front entrance is only really accessible, ow, I almost killed myself. The front entrance is only really accessible by flying. This is the front door. It's pretty nice. You can see the whole of everything from up here. And then up here, we're inside. So this uses another cool underwater thing. It uses a conduit, which grants water breathing. And I wanted to make a base that encompassed the entire area of effect of a conduit. It turns out that's really, really big, so I didn't end up actually doing that because, like, that's the area. It's fucking crazy. Oh god, losing Elytra. I mean, Elytra aren't that hard to get once you have Elytra, but still. So there's like an enchanting... There's an enchanting room. So the idea of this base was I wanted to make like first of all, I wanted to make an underwater base where you were just always underwater, because I realized that was possible. You could even sleep in beds when you're under the effects of a conduit underwater. It's like, here's the bedroom. It's supposed to be a double bed, but I repurposed the bed somewhere else and I never replaced it. It's a whole thing. Fuck ethics. You should see the rest of this fucking server. None of my builds are ethical. So only some of them are OSHA approved. But there's a whole storage array down here that I never really used. There's supposed to be crafting layers and like armor layers and stuff, but all that ever really got made was the portal, the little bedroom, the enchanting area, and I still have 2 of the chests that I was using while I was like building stuff is just still kind of there. But I'm still really happy with how this portal works. This used to be like fence posts, but when Nether update happened, I replaced it with chains. The idea is this is like some central point of power that's like an anchor in 3D space, and the portal is hanging off of it, and a bunch of coral has grown over the portal. I chose these two colors because they were Nether-y to me. I like the Nether update. It's cool. The Nether update was really cool. I don't really have anything negative to say about it. So, yeah. By the way, getting this portal to work underwater was a fucking nightmare. If I touch anything around here, the portal will break. This is like a perfect puzzle box thing. Like, it's insane. It's really annoying to set it up. Like, you can see there's a bunch of, like, weird little, like, shapes around here that are, like, the natural formation of the coral I was going for. But certain shapes I placed deliberately because it's, like, attributing to the magic geometry that makes this thing work in the first place. It does look amazing. So let us proceed into the Nether and look at the rest of the server. So, I continue to use Prismarine. You might have noticed. Over there is, I think that's my village portal, is this one? I think that's the village. We can go to the village. But first, let's see. So here's the beaker, which is that base. This portal over here takes you to the island. You saw there was the Nether portals in the center. That's where these go. So it's two portals going to very similar locations. That's a ghast. And then this takes you back to spawn, which is a short little walk that way. It's like literally right there around this ridge. You can like barely see it over there. That goes to the that train line there goes to the whatever it's called, the mansion. That thing, that like one structure that spawns like thousands and thousands of blocks away from spawn on every Minecraft map. Anyway, here's the village. The village is an interesting project. The village is a very, very interesting project. So if we take a look, this is an airlock. There's a regular pedestrian airlock right here. And then here's the cargo airlock. And I was thinking about doing fucking Minecraft speedrun stuff. I was thinking about it. So, like, oh my god, what do you call it? You might be wondering, why do you have a cargo airlock? Well, we have a lot of cargo. So here's my village. I built it all myself. It kind of turned into a bit of a nightmare because it turns out when villagers don't have any natural predators, they fucking prosper if you just leave them to their business. It's kind of ridiculous. Like, over here, this is my villager breeder. It's kind of broken. They changed bed pathing a while ago, so it's totally busted. But, like, I had to turn the breeder off. I cut the tubes. The little pipes that pooped out babies. I had to fucking turn it off. Yeah, no enemies in the mushroom biome. Yeah, hostile mobs cannot spawn in the mushroom biome. So we go from like the other build where I deliberately lit everything perfectly without torches to this build where nothing actually needs torches at all. So we got some extremes going on here. Also, last time we were on, we found some brown mushrooms, which are very rare, and we have a breeding pair now. We still haven't migrated them to other locations, but yeah. Yeah, this thing's broken anyway, so it's not exactly like working. But the idea of this farm is you have a farmer villager. He farms his potatoes. He gives them to these two trapped guys who are supposed to be in the center here. And these two trapped villagers have 2 free beds. Sorry, I just wanted to listen to that for a bit. These 2 guys are trapped in here. They receive the potatoes. When villagers receive food, they're like, oh shit, we have food. We have an empty bed. That means it's time to get busy. I mean, some of them like to walk off into the sea and get eaten by drowned. That happens occasionally, but it's very rare. Like, I think over here, if villagers wander out to this spot right here, they tend to die. Why is there a chicken? Okay. There's a chicken out there. Kind of like that mushroom. They like to wander out into the ocean, you know. Being effectively immortal creatures who don't age beyond adulthood, death is something they have to choose when it's right for them. So you might have noticed that this village has a secondary population that is also quite booming. Can you tell what I'm talking about? So, yeah.
If you accidentally tap the villager in this spot, you will immediately be yeeted into the fucking stratosphere by 5 iron golems at the same time. At any given spot.
It's kind of ridiculous. I love it. It's fucking stupid. It's really stupid. Yeah, accidentally. I've done it accidentally before. Well, I was playing Vivecraft, some VR Minecraft, and I came to my island here, and I didn't realize I had the like arm swing like attack function enabled, and I accidentally smacked a villager, and in VR I had a golem toss me into the air, and that was quite the experience. So I tried to name all of them. So there's a tradition on this server that every iron golem is named Himbo Hank. Let me see if I can find one. So here we go. Here's Himbo Hank 13. So every Himbo Hank is named and numbered. Although you can see a lot of these guys don't have name tags. Here's 23. Here is 29 or 19. Here's fucking 14. Welcome to Bun tries to remember how to read Roman numerals. I don't remember what the final Himbo Hank is. I think it's gone up to like 40 or 50, but you can see most of these guys do not have name tags. Oh, here's 6. Yeah. Here's 20. Here's fucking 18. Wait, what? Is that a correct Roman numeral? I don't think that's right. Well, there's 11. There's fucking 25. There's 24. There's 10. 10 is the coolest. So this village, the only part of this village that's actually like functional is the librarians, who I get like enchantments from. That's about it. In like the server reset, I'm gonna build a proper like shopping center where it's gonna be a factory village farm kind of thing, where it's not like free range like this. Although I do still want to make a free range village, because the absolute fucking chaos of a free range village is so much fun. Like what the fuck is going on? Like what is that? Like look at the barracks. Look at how they live. Like, here's all their little homes, which, by the way, are made out of mushrooms. Like, most of the houses here, except for the church, are made out of mushrooms. I enjoy that a lot. I try to incorporate mushrooms into all the buildings, but you can see it's a little bit packed. It's a little bit packed. A little bit packed. A little bit. Some villagers get to live... Oh, this is the cat house. This is the pussy shack. The pussy house. So villages spawn cats. So this is where people come to get cats. and they'll also like leave their cats here until they want to come back and get them, because getting cats is kind of random. So there's a bunch of random cats just kind of around here that belong to like various people. I love this boathouse lighthouse combo. This is such a simple structure. It's not very fancy, but it's got like it has a day-night sensor, so at night the lighthouse turns on. It's made out of red mushrooms stacked on top of each other. I dig it. I think I really like this build. The dock is adorable. It's got little posts, like you can fucking moor your boat to them and stuff. There's a little spot where the fishermen hang out at the barrel here. You can do fishing off the dock. And here's just where I farm. This is just a little simple platform I made specifically for farming the fungus, the Nether update fungus stuff. Nothing fancy here. You just push the button and the pistons move the platform over and it breaks all the stuff on it, and then you bone meal it. This is also a bone meal farm. Here's where I make mycelium, just a little platform. And this building on the hill here, this little mansion, this mansion's actually special. This mansion's actually kind of special. So this is a block for block, more or less, recreation of my original Minecraft house from my old save file way back when in like 2010 to 2011. Is a one-for-one recreation. It's kind of infested with villagers. You can see I barred the doors at some point, but it's a bit of a problem. Little bit of a problem. Did I hear a zombie? Thought I heard a zombie. No. Oh, there's some golems trapped under here. What the fuck? Oh, they were born here. These guys were born here. Okay. Cool. Someone was, oh, there's a... Oh. I know there's a spawner down there. Oh, well, yeah, so I made an artificial hill. You might notice this hill is all artificial. The only thing about this that's not done is the garden rooftop. In fact, I'll probably load up my old map file and show you guys what my old save looked like. By a reproducing person. Shut up. Oh, and this is important. Anyway, all right, let's go. So that like rail line I mentioned, this connects all the way back. Oh, what the fuck? What? I've never seen that menu before. Oh, look at that. Oh shit. Oh shit. Sorry, I'm learning things about Minecraft today. Anyway, so right here, here's the island that we were just at. It's right here. That's how close it is. If your render distance is high enough, you can see both of them at the same time. And this is a very simple little rail line I made out of quartz and I think like white concrete or something. And you can ride it all the way over here. The idea was to eventually use it to transport villagers to a midpoint. I was going to build like a villager trading factory in the middle here or something, but that's never going to happen. All right. Also, this is where I get the wood. This is all acacia wood, the orange stuff. Can I go in, please? Can I go in, please? Please? Fine, I'll go in manually. There's more stuff to show. Okay, so one of the objectives in our Nether related content is to make sure that you can easily and safely navigate, which is why we have these tunnels. House tour 2! So this tunnel leads you all the way back to this little crossroad, which takes you to a couple, like, our servers, all of our builds are relatively close together. Like, if you have Elytra, you can reasonably, like, travel between stuff in the overworld. Good. That goes to the stronghold. So that's cool. That goes to the stronghold. There's nothing to see there. This goes to, anyway, I'm talking. I don't want to have to pay attention to that asshole. This just goes to like one of the builds on the server someone made. They kind of don't really work on it anymore, fortunately. It was a very big build though. So this, I'm really happy with this structure. This is something David helped me build this tunnel, and he also helped me build this tunnel. My friend David. I'm really fucking happy with how this looks. I love this design. We are absolutely going to be reusing this design in the new server, like, map. Because this is a great fucking design for nether tunnels. Like, holy shit. I really love this thing. It looks so fucking cool. Looks pretty alright on the outside, too. But if you see the cobblestone under here, these are the old pathways that we just built on top of. Because fuck it. There's not much in there. There's an old zombie farm in that portal. Not much to really talk about. And here... Wasn't there a sign here? Anyway, here's Cornifer. So this is a cartographer villager that got lost from one of the villages someone built near spawn. In fact, the village that's through this portal right here, he got lost, and he ended up all the way over here, up in this corner somehow. And I built him a little house, and I named him Cornifer, because that's a Hollow Knight thing. Oh, I know what music we should be playing. I know what fucking music we should be playing. Fuck this Dark Souls shit. There we go. Cool. So, yeah. That's neat. Let's go back into survival. So let's just check the spawn. Cornifer, yeah. Cornifer's great. Such a lovely guy. He explores desperate spots. So this is the spawn. This is from the beginning of the server. If you want to go anywhere in the world, you head into this portal. The original design of this room was made by Xana, who is a mod here in chat. Although she hasn't been able to get to a lot of the streams lately. But she originally designed this, and it was kind of not great. So I gutted it. I kept some of the color scheme, and I redesigned it. I reused her banners, and I added this lovely little flourish here when the Nether update came out of some blackstone that's corrupting the what is this, diorite? Andesite. That's like corrupting the andesite, because blackstone and andesite have very similar sort of like textures to them, minus the color. It looks like dark, like the blackstone could easily be a corrupted variant, you know? So I set that all up. Hopefully I didn't fuck up any cleanup lately. Anyway, so here's spawn. This here is the spawn proper. This is spawn camp, which has a little sign commemorating the day the server started, which is July 25th. Or wait, is that July or June? That's July 25th, 2019. Here are lamps. Oh, it's raining outside. Oh, cool. Saddles. And this is some weird shit post. This is... Yep. And there's another version of it too, apparently. Yeah, I'm like, hey guys, we have a bit of an iron shortage. The iron farm's not working very well right now. I need to like fix it. And then they're like, all right, we're gonna build this shit post out of iron blocks. Fuck you. Anyway. Yeah, spawn camp. I love this little hut, this little tent. Yeah, oh yeah, here's Himbo Hank, by the way. This is Himbo Hank's Himbo Iron Emporium. This is Himbo Hank II. Himbo Hank II is the brother of Himbo Hank I. He was created when Himbo Hank the First vanished and was thought to be dead for a very long time. But thought to be, so he was actually alive. And we'll meet Himbo Hank the First, the Alpha Hank, in a little bit. Here's Xana's house. Anyway, here is the Peepo, our idol, our god.
It's Mona from Nanoland.
You can see Mona's face is emblazoned all over the place. And that's his Peepo. There's a rose over there. Oh, this one's great. This is the panic device. Yep. There you go. It does that. Oh, Bunny's Boutique. I want it to work with nether brick, the 2 different colors, so I made a little thing. And it's a bunch of weird, like... I tried coming up with, like, weird, pretentious nonsense names for a bunch of different leather armor. I also wanted to fuck with leather armor, because you can color leather armor, but leather armor is really useless. Because it's kind of harder to get leather armor than it is iron armor, so fuck it. Here is the stable, which is made of 3 different kinds of wood, because the stable was struck by lightning twice. And I rebuilt it with different kinds of wood each time. The second lightning strike wasn't that extreme, so it's just a little sliver. But I like the idea that this building is scarred. And only one of the horses died when it got struck by lightning. November 2019, on this spot, Xana's horse got obliterated. Yeah, the lightning, like, just... and the fire killed it really hard. But there's everyone's got their horses stored here. Even though horses are unfortunately not useful in the current version of Minecraft at all. Over here, this is my house, my little, like, workshop. This bridge is one of my favorite builds on the whole server. I made this. I love this bridge. It naturally blends into the terrain. Every block on it's perfect. Although an Enderman stole that block, I guess. It's very nice. I love this bridge. It's a very nice bridge. No solicitors. Anyway, here's a trader llama, completely unrelated to the no solicitors sign. So this house is ugly as fuck, right? Every time I make an addition to this thing, it just gets uglier. And I'm kind of just, like, vibing with that at this point. Like, I don't really care anymore. But this is where most of the magic happens. This is my workshop. This is the shed that acts as a staging area for pretty much everything I build. There's all kinds of crap in here. You like rockets? Oh, yeah, most of the paper goes to the rockets these days, not the emeralds. But there's a lot of just crap. Oh, yeah, here's where I keep my diamonds. And also my best gear. Like this purple hat. I don't know why there's a purple hat in here. But just a bunch of, like, stuff that's potentially useful. Like, everything that has mending is in here. I don't know why I have that in there. Random enchanted stuff. Iron. Food crap. Garbage stuff. Other stuff. Basement. I don't think there's anything interesting left in the basement anymore. There's a version of the kelp farm. Oh. Yeah. I mean, this is accurate to how I live. This is pretty accurate to how I live in real life. All the, like, stuff I'm like, ooh, that's cool, and I make it look really nice. But when it comes to just how I live, it's just fucking a dumpster fire, and I don't try to fix it. Here's an old zero-tick paper machine. This is how we used to make paper. But Mojang finally patched the bug that makes this thing work. It produced, like, so much fucking paper with just one, like, plant. That's why there's so much paper in here. The reason I built the paper farm on the Prismarine Island is because they were patching that out. This used to be a fishing machine, but they patched that out, so I gutted the fishing machine out of here. And now it's gone. You can still see that's where all these saddles are coming from. Saddles, random fish, nautilus shells, random shit, boots, and here's the god rod that I use to do all that goddamn fucking fishing. Here's my storage, just crap. Pink beds. Nothing. And extra Mona banners. So this arrow right here, this arrow has been here for over a year now. At some point, I think this was like after, like it was like in January of 2020 or something. Oh, you know, pink beds. You know, pink beds. I don't know why I have pink beds in there. Don't ask, because I can't tell you the answer. The server is like running on 2 years old. I don't know why things are where they are now. But we were having some roughhousing at spawn one day. We were just having like a manic moment where we were just like fucking around and we started chasing each other. Next thing you know, we were fucking shooting shots. And yeah, someone went down here. We were playing around. I'll talk about what this is in a minute. But we were playing around and someone went up the elevator. I think it was, someone was up the elevator and I was chasing them up the elevator and I shot straight up at them while in this elevator. And the arrow is still there to this day. Fun fact, if someone gets hit by the arrow, it doesn't stop. Like this arrow has piercing on it. It has like penetration. So no matter what, it's going to be stuck there. And when someone gets hit by the arrow, I get the hit confirmation ding sound effect. I get to hear the ding sound effect when someone does that, which I think is really fucking funny. So whenever I hear a ding, I know someone just used my my elevator in my basement. I'm gonna make Tormund less invisible. Yeah, it's fucking silly as hell. I love it. Also, let's make Tormund look downward a little bit. There we go. Yeah, just some basic smelter stuff here. I use dried kelp blocks as my primary fuel source. Kelp is a really, really good fuel source, by the way. I highly recommend kelp as a fuel source. If you're ever, like, wondering what you should invest in kelp. It's great. It's really easy to farm a lot of kelp, especially automatically. Assume you get the redstone for it. But what else? There's a wheat farm over here. This was supposed to be like a Mount Rushmore thing, but that ended up being too hard to do. Someone has a weird bunker underneath that hill. This is my horse stable, where I keep Amdusius, my horse. And also here is Baphomet and Abaddon, who are two cats that I found in the nether. They were in the nether. Wild cats wandering the nether. And I just picked them up. And now they're here. Oh yeah, this is the prototype Peepo banner. So you see this, the Mona banner that's everywhere. So this was made by Xana, this one. And I was like, that's cool, you got the colors down. Give me a second though. And I like got out my banner stuff. And then like an hour later, I just sent her a picture of this, perfectly imitating the face. And she was like, how the fuck did you do that? And I was like, I don't know. Goddamn. Enderman. Putting blocks in weird spots. So, let's see. One of the first things I ever made on this server, the thing that this shack was a staging point for, the first thing it was ever a staging point for, was the library. The Peepo library, all the way up here. Now, the Peepo library is one of my favorite builds on the server still to this day, specifically the interior, because the exterior is kind of dull. Like, it's weird, it's got a personality, it's odd, it's weird, it's quirky, yee hee haha. But the inside, I am still so fucking happy with how this looks. I think the inside of this building is fucking sexy. This is like a perfect use of space. It captures this like aesthetic in such a way, the way the ceiling is shaped. It's excellent. And it also acts as, you know, our enchanting area. Oh, I forgot about that. Yeah, this is a server full of funny shitheads, so sometimes people communicate by writing shit in random places. And at some point, someone put a random flower in here, and the flower said, haha, flower that makes you gay. And then at some point later on, someone else did this. It turned the flower into dye, I guess. And just there's tons of shit. This is like vaguely sorted, I think, but not really, not at all. And this is the map room. Why can't I get in? So this actually is not the map room. This is nothing. The map room was originally going to be in here in the inception of the server. Yeah, the server, all the flowers are gay in this server, canonically. The map room was originally going to be down here, but it ended up getting moved, and we'll talk about that in a second. It's actually over there. So I really love this. Also, we got the jukebox. We got the jukebox here, which is really good. Pick Step, by the way, fucking slaps. It's nice shit to read by. And up here is the bar. This is the bar. Welcome to the bar. I'm also very pleased with this room. So I was like, what would be cool? Like having like a cafe above the library. That'd be cool as fuck. Some of the working chests are still here, unfortunately, but big window, a chandelier, support beams, little like tables, a carpet, and a bar. And this is our brewing station, as you might imagine. We have a bunch of fire resist in here right now. All of these barrels here are used for items required in potion crafting. There's not a lot because potions in Minecraft kind of suck unless they're like fire resistance potions, unfortunately. Fire resistance, water breathing, night vision, those potions are good. Other potions? Nah. And here's I really love how I did this. So this, it's kind of hard to tell what this is just by glancing at it. But this is a bookshelf that was built around and into the branch of a jungle tree. That's the aesthetic I'm going for here, because this is jungle wood that's been stripped. And it has the cocoa beans are growing on it. So the idea is this is like also like a cookie bar thing. That was one of the aesthetics I was going for. But cookies are bad, so we don't do that. It's just kind of an aesthetic thing. And this corner of the room was empty, so I wanted to put some kind of storage thing here. This is what ended up happening. Up here, nothing ever really came of it, so I gave this room to my friend Xana, and she kind of put some stuff in it. And then we have the roof, which is pretty simple. It's got a little bit of bamboo on the top, and you can actually crawl all the way up onto the very top of the roof from here and see all of spawn at the highest point. Technically that tree is higher, but actually Xana's house is higher now. I should blow that up. It's pretty cool. So what the fuck is this structure? We'll get to what this giant structure right here is, because this was another project that took me like months, because I was like delaying stuff and putting stuff off. But here's the map room. The Peepo Map Center. This is a 1-to-1 map of the entire area around our spawn. We're right here. That's the theater. That's the stable, library. That's my shack, etc. So this is, yeah, a huge area. This took a little while. Here's my island. And here is a zoomed out map. This is zoomed out all the way. This is the island with all the farms and guardian stuff that we were on before. And this is where spawn is. This is where the stronghold is. That's where my island is. That's that boat I mentioned. And up there is like my friend David's place, which is also very impressive. His building, I think has like stronger aesthetic value than mine does, but maybe that's just a I'm selling myself short kind of thing. Yeah, there's a little village to the south, owned by our friend Roxy, who is something. She's something. What else do we got? There's Gay Town, which is just a couple shacks, just kind of there. This is a tower that my friend Dom made, and I put a portal up there that takes you out of bounds on the roof of the Nether. And here's Dom's crazy fuck off island, which we'll probably check out. Also, there's a desert over here that has been designated pixel art zone, where you can make your pixel art and it can appear on the map. Anyway,
Yes, that did take like 2 hours.
it's a very big Pinkie Pie. So, there's this other building though. Before we get to that, let's say hi to Himbo Henry. This is Himbo Henry. He is a husk zombie. Yeah, I got into MLP like 2 years ago. No, a little over a year ago, like a year and a half ago. I was like, you know what? Let's watch this. And then I did. And I was like, this is pretty good. This is pretty good. And I like it. I like it. It's good. I think I don't know if I'm better off or worse off for getting into it long after it stopped being like a thing. I think I'm probably better off for that. But I do like some friendship is magic. So I mentioned Himbo Hank the First. So turns out Himbo Hank the First had just wandered out of spawn and way back over here. And I found him one day behind Xana's house, beat to shit. Like beat to absolute fucking shit. And I patched him up, and Xana gave Himbo Hank a Himbo apartment. And now he lives under here with his pet chicken. Isn't that nice? It's Himbo Hank. It's title suffixless, no suffix, Himbo Hank. Vanilla. Good for him. Alright. Alright, yeah, like the big building. Let's look at the big fucking building. Here's a little museum Xana manages. And here is the movie theater. So the movie theater ties into something else we do on the private server that I try to run is movie nights. We haven't done one in a while. The movie nights are kind of infrequent because it's hard to schedule them and it's hard to find good movies. But here's the marquee. I use custom maps. So you can actually, with Minecraft, you can make maps display any image you want if you change the file inside the world folder. So using this, I can import images into the game. I need to take a drink. Hold on. So I use that to make this little marquee, but I also use it to make movie posters to display inside the theater. So here are all the different things we've watched for movie nights. We have Nanoland. This is the most recent one. The most recent one always sits dead center. So the first thing we watched was... And anyway, then we watched 2 Furby movies as our double feature for the second night. Then we did... I think we did Robot and the Family after that. It was either Robot and the Family or the Peanut Butter Solution was after that. I think the Peanut Butter Solution was after Robot and the Family. By the way, so like this is like a bad movie, good movie kind of thing. Most of these are bad except for Nanoland. Nanoland's the only unironically good thing that's here. Robot and the Family is a bad movie. You should not watch it. It's kind of just annoying. It's annoying bad instead of being good bad. Anywho, what else? Yeah, don't look at it. Just don't look at it. Whatever you do, just don't look at it. Don't look at it. Just don't look at it. Just don't look at it. Don't look at it. Don't look at it. Did you look at it? You guys didn't look at it, right? No. If you look at it, he's free. You set him free. Do you see him anywhere? Where is he? Can you see him? Because if you can see him, you're in trouble. He shouldn't. He's always there. He's always there. Anyway, so here's the movie theater. I have a whole redstone thing set up, so when you flip the switch, it switches the light mode. So these are the house lights that turn on, and then it turns off the screen lights, and you can turn the house lights off and turn the screen lights on. And that's how the movie theater works. It doesn't actually do anything. We don't like literally watch the movies in Minecraft. This is more of like a cool little facsimile thing that we have here, which is fun to mess around with. I also tied a Halloween event to this. And actually, I could probably show you what the Halloween event looked like. I made a copy-paste of the spawn and put it into a different dimension and did like some Silent Hill shit. But yeah, that's this stuff. I guess I'll show you Dom's stuff really quickly. He has this whole fucking thing up here, which is pretty neat. There's some chaotic energy going on with this. He's got his own village, which he's put a lot of work into. It's really impressive. The way he's keeping his village safe is by having it be in the air, so no one can touch it at all. Which I guess is one way of dealing with that. What the fuck is this? Why is there a random pillar here? What? Whatever. Weird vestigial parts of this build. Yeah, it's very odd. It's a very odd little building. Then we have a blood arena over here where we fight like the Wither if we want to. I'm lagging the server a little bit by going this fast. There's a little fountain I made once because I felt like something should be out here, so I made this fountain. And here's Roxy's like fortress. Roxy's fortress of dead villagers. Some of them might be alive. There's some villagers here. This guy have a name? I know a lot of them have names. This one does not have a name. No, that one does not have a name. Ah, well, whatever. Anywho, that's the server pretty much. I mean, there's more stuff I could show, but a lot of it's not my stuff, and it's kind of harder for me to show it off. But here's what our yeah, here's the strip mine. I dug all this stuff out, and you can see how far our strip mining has gone around spawn. All these tunnels are strip mine tunnels. This is where I got my like 2 stacks of diamond blocks from, is doing this kind of shit. You can see I have a pattern set up for people to dig in, although people don't fucking follow the guidelines. It's like herding cats. It's like herding fucking cats, I tell you. And someone hasn't lit this tunnel. It's great. I try not to get worried about that. I have one very major character flaw. I get really anal about certain kinds of things like this, where if someone doesn't light something properly, if they're digging in a misaligned spot, that stuff like tends to like really bother me. Or if they don't like patch the ground after they dig something out. But I don't know, like it still bothers me a little bit now, but I'm trying to, you know, be self-aware enough about it to not like make a thing out of it, which is kind of hard. It's kind of hard to do that. But yeah, the underground stuff is going to be awesome with the cave update. Can't wait for that. I guess if I were to show you, I guess one last thing I can show you, and then I'll actually like be done with this. Here's a natural mob spawn farm. This is our hostile mob farm. I built this together with Dom, and this just works with a clock here that uses a minecart. And whenever the minecart hits this point, there are some trapdoors here that unleash water, There they go, actually. It's kind of hard to see, but there you go. Just unleashed water, and it drops monsters down this pit, and they die down here. There you go. And that's the server. Hope you enjoyed. We're going to this screen. Are we over? Yeah, we're over. We've been playing for fucking forever. I think it's good that we call the stream a close for the time being. It's fun stuff. I really enjoy Minecraft. Although the server has had very little activity. Like, oh god, I'm like hitting my desk with my body. It's bad. I don't know how to live. I don't know how to live. The server has had very low activity over the past few months. It's had a few little like upticks here and there, but a lot of that's because of the server is just really old at this point, and the map reset is definitely like a needed thing. Oh god, Tormund! You got very big for a second. That was bad. But a map reset is going to really invigorate that, because one of the problems is the map is so old, and after a certain point, people just kind of lose interest. Because once the map is so old, like, what the fuck is there to do? There's nothing new to do. All you have is all your old stuff. A blank canvas really helps spark excitement, creativity, all that kind of stuff. Now, thank you guys for sticking around through story time. I really appreciate that. Indulging me a little bit and giving me an excuse to kind of explore some of my Minecraft stuff. And yeah, thanks. Thank you for the good luck. Yeah, because Thursday I really do want to like batten everything down. I say that I gotta batten down and do exam stuff, but like I am still finding free time. It's one of those things where like I feel as though I'm kind of, I don't know, I tend to overestimate how intense certain things are going to end up being in terms of like workload, stuff like that. But I don't know. It'll be fine. Like, it'll be fine. I'll be fine. We'll probably end up doing stream stuff anyway. I just got to make sure I don't procrastinate too much that I end up doing certain things last minute, because I've got a big habit of doing that. It's hard for me to do something that isn't like last minute, you know? Anyway. Thank you guys for all your support. I really, really appreciate it. We've been seeing subs and stuff, and, you know, thanks, Troyer. Correct? Yes, thank you, Troyer, for that gift sub to Joni before. And thank you guys for continuing to support the stream. Thank you guys for sharing it around and participating, or not participating, because not participating is equally as valid. All that said, yeah, I'm not gonna bother implying that New Vegas is gonna happen anytime soon, because I need to be out of exam hell before I can really think about that. Yeah, so I don't think I'm forgetting anything. Is anyone I know streaming right now? I don't think so, unfortunately. Oh well. Bye, guys. See you later. Have a good one. Stay safe. And I haven't had an excuse to play this clip in a while, so.
Over to Farmer Addison's again?
No.